Shalom, all praises to Yahweh and Bashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Bashem Rakak Wadash. About 6 years ago, the elder apostle Gabar and Ariam Lab did a video on Isaiah 29 and 22 and broke it down and explained it that the latter part here says, neither shall his face now wax pale. All right, they were explaining how that wasn't referring to your skin color. All right, and that's correct. It's not referring to your skin color. And we look it up. Well, first let's read the scripture. Therefore, Isaiah 29 and 22. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed. Okay, meaning that because we're definitely ashamed as of this moment and in the past, in the future, all right, when we receive the kingdom, we're not going to be ashamed. All right, this is a dark saying. This is an allegory. Jacob shall not now be ashamed. Yeah, in the future. This is a prophecy. All right. This is not currently in effect. Jacob not being ashamed. All right. Jacob shall not now be ashamed. This is an allegory, a dark saying. Neither shall his face now wax pale. Meaning we're still a part of the promises. All right. We were redeemed through Yahushai. All right. So now we're able to obtain salvation because we couldn't keep the works of the law. All right. So this is a prophecy that Isaiah is putting forth to Israel, that we weren't going to be ashamed. We were going to receive the kingdom. We were going to see the honor and the glory. Neither shall his face now wax pale, meaning we were going to be in power in the future. We weren't going to be weak anymore. All right. And we weren't going to be ashamed anymore. All right. But this is a future prophecy. This hasn't happened yet. This has not come to pass yet. All right. And then it goes on to reiterate the same thing. But when he seeth his children, the work of my hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear Yah, the God of Israel. They also that err in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmur shall learn doctrine. All right. They that err in understanding. That's the same thing as saying Jacob shall not now be ashamed. Neither shall his face wax pale. Yeah, we're not going to be ashamed. We're going to receive the kingdom. We're going to receive the knowledge. You're going to receive the knowledge that Solomon had. All right. Yahushua said he's going to do better to us than at our beginnings. We got Chawar. All right. And this is an allegory or a dark saying. It means as with shame. All right. So this is an allegory. We're not going to be ashamed. We're not going to be in darkness forever. All right, where's the allegory? It says a poem, a picture that can be interpreted to reveal hidden meanings, typically immoral. All right, parable, analogy, a metaphor. Other speaking, it goes back to. Meaning you're saying something, you're describing one thing as, your face waxing pale, meaning we're losing our strength, we're losing our vigor, we lost the knowledge. All right, that's what would happen if our countenance were to wax pale. All right, but this is a future prophecy, an allegory, a dark saying, meaning that ultimately, at the end of the matter, when all the nations on the earth are judged, Israel is going to be set back on top as the head of the nations. And we're going to receive all the promises that were promised to us. All right. So the scripture is accurate. At the end of the matter, we are not going to be ashamed. All right. When we receive the kingdom, neither shall our face wax pale. We're going to regain our strength. We're not going to lose our strength anymore. We're going to be perfect people. Every man, woman, and child are going to be perfect. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord who redeemed Abraham. All right. Concerning the house of Jacob, because even Abraham and Jacob in the reincarnation were ashamed. All right. Jacob shall not now be ashamed. So this is referring to a future prophecy, meaning we're going to receive the kingdom and at the end of the matter, we're going to be above all the nations, and we're going to receive all the promises and blessings. All right. Which is the same thing that was promised to us. All right. So I have this the book of Isaiah 44 and 22. I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. So this is an allegory. This is a dark saying. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee. It's the same thing as saying that we will not be ashamed. All right. We will not be, our countenance is going to wax pale. Yeah, meaning we were redeemed. You're going to get all the blessings that was promised to us. And just start the scripture right here. Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, a kingdom or a world without end. All right. Again, we got Isaiah, the 51st chapter. Again, it just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. And the 11th verse. Therefore, the redeemed of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall return. Yeah, we should not be ashamed or confounded. Because if we're not returned, we're still in that weak, feeble, destroyed state, meaning we're separated and subject to death. But when we're redeemed, we have all our vigor, our strength, and the knowledge, and we're saved. All right, that's when we're redeemed. So this is a future prophecy. Therefore, the redeemed of Yahweh shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. All right, that's a form of weakness. All right. Now, we have Isaiah, the 54th chapter. And the whole chapter is good. We're going to go to 4. Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame. For thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shalt not remember the reproach of thy widowhood any more. For thy Maker is thy husband, Yahweh of hosts is his name, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, the God of the whole earth shall he be called. All right? Because ultimately, Yahweh Shai is going to reign on the whole entire earth. There's going to be, the idols are going to be put out. All right? There'll be no more idols. There'll be one God, Yahweh Shai. All right, 29 and 22. Isaiah 29:22. Therefore, thus saith the Lord who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. All right, I mean, we're going to obtain all the blessings, the promises that was promised to us. All right, and we're not going to be weak. We're not going to be feeble anymore. All right. Father prove that. Isaiah the 1st chapter. This is what a people is like when your countenance is pale, all right, and you're weak and ashamed and confounded. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Ah, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, see a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. All right. The daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Yeah, a cottage without a hedge. All right. A cottage without a hedge, a cottage without protection. All right. That's what makes you pale. All right. Remember, it's an allegory. It's a dark saying. All right. So we're going back to the whole chapter is good. 29. Whole chapter is irrelevant. All right. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face wax pale. All right. Meaning our strength, our vigor, the knowledge that we have, we're gonna the Lord's going to give all that back to us. All right, because we just read in the first chapter, we lost it because of sin. All right, to lose your vigor, to lose your strength, as with shame. All right, so this is a dark saying, an allegory. I proved my point that this face waxing pale has nothing to do with your skin color. It has everything to do with the blessings that we are going to obtain, and it's going to be forever. We're not going to be ashamed in that day, and neither are we going to lose our strength and a wisdom and a knowledge. All right, which is our stability. All right, so I hope you brothers were edified. Until the next lesson, shalom.